Come on. Come on, Indigo.
Have you ever driven along our beautiful county roads wishing you could pull up into one of the historic estate driveways and take a peek? Well, today, not only can you visit several lovely properties in our area, you can also attend a country fair and help out local charities all at the same time. Join us for the annual Grace Episcopal Church Beyond the Gates Farm Tour. Come on!
The Beyond the Gates event is a day in the country. Anybody who's familiar with Albemarle County, you can't drive down Route 22, Route 231, and not wonder what's beyond the gates. Those tree-lined paths, those rock walls. People have an opportunity to visit a number of farms, see demonstrations. We try to liven things up. It's not just driving through and looking at some pretty country. It's really an opportunity to enjoy the country, get a feel for the history, which is really Albemarle County, and then experience, horses jumping.
Sheep herding.
Sheep herding. I mean, it's just
Beagling.
It's a wonderful day in the country.
We have the best fair. The fair was designed to bring the focus to the church. Although this is not a religious event, this is a community-based event, a fundraiser to support our missions here at the church. But the focus of the fair is this building here, which is our sanctuary, and it has a tremendous historical background. But outside we have 4-H animals in their pens with the children who have raised them and are going to show them and explain how they raise them and the differences between chickens and calves, basically. We have music, we have food, we have lots of vendors, so you can buy everything from honey to a scarf or a wooden bowl made out of a tree from Monticello that's fallen, or a tree from our yard that's fallen. And we have pony rides, we have children's events, and they have a bouncy house, which is tacked down. And we
Which is tacked down, so you know.
Exactly, it's not going to blow away.
Well, let's go backwards a little bit and talk about why you started this event. You were two of the co-chair people for it.
Exactly.
When and why?
We knew in 2008, with the recession, that we needed to do something special. We also knew at the time the recession was making it tough on everybody. We'd reached a point where we were not going to be able to support all of our ministries at the same level that we had in the past. And we wanted to do something that really pulled the church together.
And this is primarily to raise funds for charities in the community.
Right.
It's, the neat thing about this, Terry, it's our internal community, the members of Grace Church. There are 200 families of us, working together with the external members of the community, which would be all of our farm owners, all of the neighbors that are adjacent to the church, all of us working together to benefit those in the community that really need the help.
This is our third year being involved with this tour. The first 2 years was over at Airsley, but coming to this farm is very special for us because Peggy Augustus is not only the owner of this farm, she's on the committee that helps run my board and care for the 74 horses at Montpelier, and she also has 8 horses that she fosters for TRF here on the farm. And it was designed to save horses from possible abuse, neglect, slaughter when they came off the track. I've brought 2 horses to be poster children. They're adoptable, to represent my herd and show people what we do and hopefully generate some interest and some community support for our efforts.
My favorite part is when feeding the horse carrots and seeing animals and petting the beagles. They were so cute, and they were funny too. So yeah.
So Jennifer is going to go ahead and just do a course, and you can imagine it's a little harder to jump when you only have one leg to work with. And the whole point is for Jennifer to stay in rhythm with the mare and keep things as quiet and as pleasant as possible. So if you're wondering how they stay on when they jump, what you're looking at under here is when you're riding side saddle, your left leg, do your emergency, would push up into this pommel here, And when you get in trouble, if you have something go wrong, what you do is you push this toe down, it locks this leg in, this leg pushes here, and you're really secure on that saddle. It's almost impossible to come off except for backwards, but for the most part, if you lock in tight, you're not going anywhere side saddle.
We're excited to come on the tour just because it's a great way to spend a day with the family outside, see all these beautiful farms, and my kids love animals, so we're looking for any excuse to get out and see horses and cows and sheep, and they're all happy, so it's great.
I've never seen people, I've never seen side saddle before really, and it was cool just watching them jump side saddle and them riding around the ring.
Every year, you have some estates that are new. You have a few that repeat, maybe they skip years.
Yes, we try to alternate so that there's something fresh for a visitor every year. And they don't want to repeat the same farms each time. The only thing that is repeated every year is the fair.
And Grace Church.
And Grace Church. Well, Grace Church is part of the fair. It's a central part of the fair.
Right, and there is a tour. There's a tour of the church and the talk about the history of the church, the connection with Thomas Jefferson.
You are currently in one of the most historic churches in the United States, and it is one of 6 churches in Virginia that have had continuous services since colonial times. One of the things that makes this a very historic church is it's linked to Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was born at Shadwell in 1743, which was the home of his father, Peter Jefferson, and he attended services at Grace Church as a boy as he grew up. So as you look at the church, it is beautiful, but it's also had an impact in terms of shaping our national thinking about religious freedom and the role of church and state as we know it today.
I've been a member of Grace Church all my life, and to do this kind of thing to me is the most fun of anything I do. It's our way of helping as many charities and as broad a charitable outlay as we can. It means everything to us to be able to do it.
Well, now, you talk about this being a community event, the community attends, and the community really helps to pull it off, all the volunteers, but you don't have to be a member of the church.
You know, the thing that's so exciting about what we do, Terry, is that we've been able to attract the interest and the support of virtually everybody around here. You know, and one of the things that, we have to have so many people at each one of the farms.
Right.
Because the thing that we make a commitment to each one of the farm owners. That property has to look as good as it did, when we're done, as it was when we started in the morning.
Who attends the event? Where do people come from to attend?
Well, this year we have a major turnout from Richmond, I've heard today. And there are people from out of state. We find in the church office a number of people who like to come back to the cemetery once a year and visit their family member, might come during the farm tour.
Right.
But they would come from the Northeast or from Florida. We have folks that come in, and they also, we get a turnout from UVA because it's usually a graduation of one of their schools. So we get people from all over.
We love to have this event the Saturday before Father's Day.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of folks who are coming back to town to see their parents.
Right.
And it gives people, let's get out of the house.
Right.
It's fun.
Well, it's a little bit amazing because everybody who works on this is a volunteer.
Right.
And so it's word of mouth, and it's a small amount of advertising, and we do get the turnout.
I drive this road weekly, going to my Washington studio and admire all of these exquisite farms. It's some of the most beautiful natural countryside anywhere. It's quite extraordinary along here.
And it's just so nice to kind of turn off the road and see, the lovely homes and the grounds, and it's just a fun outing. I think the antique cars are just kind of an interest, looking back and kind of connecting different moments in time. And this particular car had interest to me because it was a high school graduation gift to my dad. And I have the photo, and I had the car model, but I've never seen a Ford Phaeton. And it was a mid-30s car that he received. So this was sort of extra fun.
Actually, when I learned to drive, living on a farm, I learned to drive a 1930 Model A is what I learned to drive on when I was 8, 9 years old. And when I was a senior in high school in 1964, it was the first year for the Mustang. So the love of cars just pulls me to these car shows. So you always get to see cars that you don't usually see anywhere else.
Again, welcome to the Meadows. In 1985, we formed the Farmington Beagles. We have about 15 couples of beagles, and we count beagles in pairs, braces, twos. We hunt, really we chase rabbits. Hunting is a misnomer.
My parents cannot stand him 'cause he rides the rodeo.
We want to be able to have people come back every year and see something that's new and fresh.
It's a great family day.
But one of the things we will probably have to do is to reach out a little bit further geographically, because we've been focusing on the area between Shadwell and Gordonsville, which is sort of a 9-mile stretch.
As far as your farms go,
as far as
the estates.
To make it easy for travelers. But they're becoming more experienced at the tour, just as we are. So they're getting used to looking at the map and planning their day. So we may have to start to reach out a little bit deeper into the community, because there are lots of farms around us that are willing to participate.
And everyone who goes on the tour, they're self-driven. They get themselves there. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the key is, I mean, some folks, I mean, we sold a lot of tickets in advance. And those folks can sit back and just kind of plan out what their day is going to be.
Right.
You know, it could be just 2 farms, because if you only want to see one farm, it only costs you $5.
Yeah.
And you can pay that $5 as you enter that farm.
Yeah.
And then go to the fair.
And go to the fair.
And go to the fair.
Thank you all.
Great talking.